Hello everybody. Check out this classic 2003 hot rod. My customer states that it doesn't start. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see. Okay, it's got power. Not even a click. Huh. Ruh-roh. It's in gear. That's what's going on here. Shifter cable is broken. I'm gonna have to push this in and get it up on a lift, see what's going on. Let's take a look down low and see if we can't see something. No, not a chance. Not down here. All I see is undercar aerodynamics. Yeah, this is gonna have to go up in the air. Okay. Okay, we got this bad boy pushed in and set up on the rack. That was an event on itself because these things sit so low to the ground. I had to jack it up some with the floor jack just to get the rocker panels off the ground a little bit and then swing the lift arms under. I'm already breaking a sweat. Anyway, let's get this thing up in the air and see if that shifter cable broke up front at the shift lever or out back at the transmission. But before I do that, I better lower the hood so I don't smash it on the ceiling. This place has kind of some low ceilings and that's something to watch out for. There we go. Moving on up. Okay, here's our trans pan. Torque converter's in here. And that's not a, well, they don't call it a drive shaft, they call that a torque tube, which houses the drive shaft. It runs from the back of the flywheel, connected to this housing, runs straight back, and that's what will attach to your clutch assembly or the torque converter in this case. Anyway, the shifter cable looks like it's right here, and I see that it's attached, so I'm gonna go ahead and let this back down and climb inside. I'm certain it came off at the shift lever itself. But before I do that, I'm gonna reach up and flick this into park so I can start the engine. That way I can have some AC while I'm inside. So that's one click. Okay, so all the way back should be park right there, I think. Oh, while I'm here, there's another fun fact about Corvettes. These older ones have a mono-leaf spring system. This it's got one single leaf spring, and I believe it's some kind of a composite. It might be steel. I'm really not certain. But they've got one spring that attaches from the subframe in two places, and then runs out to each one of the control arms, and that provides the downforce to suspend the car. And there's a similar mono-leaf on the front. Pretty cool, huh? Good for weight savings. This thing's looking pretty clean too. I think it lives in a garage. Moving on down. Let's get some cold air going in here. Max power. Yeah, that's definitely broken-ish. All right, fellas, I got you guys clipped and hooked up to the near the rear view mirror, kind of looking down, and I'm going to start getting into this center console. I hope it's not brittle and broken. I don't want to break any of the tabs. on this guy. We're trying to pull this thing apart, but we'll see. First things first, I need to get the aftermarket accessories moved aside. I think this is a GPS or something. Yeah. Uh-oh, looky here. I've already found some cracking. See right here. That panel's already been broken. Okay. Okay, let's start getting some fasteners removed and see how this bad boy comes apart. Check that out. You don't see these very often anymore. Never been used. Change. Okay, let's see what we've got under here that needs to come out. Well, that doesn't open very well. A little weird. Get this out of the way. And looks like I'm gonna need a 10mm. Like there's two more fasteners back here towards the back side. Yeah, there's one. This one's got witness marks on it from a socket, so someone's already had this apart at some point. And the cover was missing for the bolt, or for the nut. There's the other cover there. Okay. One more 10. Yeah, this whole deal is one big piece. Alrighty, so I can't get this this section right here removed because it is underneath of a portion of this section here. So I'm gonna have to pull this free of the dash and try to walk it back up and out. I've also got to get this 12-volt accessory receptacle out of the way because that's overhanging the lip on this front panel here. So this 12-volt plug, it's got the receptacle, then there's a housing, and there's tabs on the housing that lock it into this piece. And I believe, yeah, there we go. If I push that out, now I can pop out the housing. Yeah, there's the little tab right there. And with this housing fully seated, that tab can't be depressed. So I've got that out of the way. Next, what else do I have holding me up here? There's definitely something, I feel it. This door has been awkward and in the way the whole time. I'm gonna pull this door off also. It's got a strip screw right here. with a lot of motion in it. So I hope it goes back together okay. I may need to fill these holes with some epoxy in order to secure it later on. Here we go. I think it's loose, loosey-goosey. Yeah, look in there. Two of those bolt holes are all boogered up. Okay. Well, it's docutated, and that's what matters. Yeah, that one's stripped. It's stuck inside of the bracket, front row. Okay, let's pull this parking brake up more, get some clearance, and it should come up. There's one clip releasing. There we go. Here it comes. More better. This is better. Okay. There's another 12-volt accessory. That's the cigarette lighter. Unclip that. And we're getting some access to the goods now. The shift lever assembly is held in with some more 10mm. Let's pull those out. Okay. Okay, there's another 10mm in the front of this thing holding it down, but I can't really get to it because there's a cable bracket in the way, so I'm going to try to pull up this shifter boot first and see if I can't get any more access. Okay. It's held in with several little clips and tabs. I'm just depressing those tabs to free this from the base. But it's being stubborn. Please. There we go. And there's one more set up front. That should be easier. It's loose now. There we go. And uh-oh, I turned off the AC. Not cool. Wire connector for the backlight and the shift indicator. Let me get that guy disconnected, and then I should have some space to work with here. Ooh, hot, hot, hot. There. Okay, let's see what's broken. Huh. It does not appear to be the cable that's broken. It appears to be the shift lever itself. Let's continue to disassemble this and see what's going on in here. Ginger with some of these parts. They're a little older and plasticky, and I don't want to break something that's not already broken, because that would make me the bad guy. Alright. The part I'm not too thrilled about is getting this big staple out in order to extract this shift knob here, and I'm just going to have to pry it out with a flat bladed screwdriver. I guess the engine nerds didn't count on people having to come in here to service this. And it's leather, and I don't want to damage the leather. I'm behind it now. Okay, that's good. And we'll just pop this bad boy out of the hole. Come on out, little staple. This is probably going to have to go back, so I don't want to lose it. Yep, okay. Now I can lose the boot. There, now we've got some space. We can see what we're doing. And I can get to that last 10 millimeter that's here. Okay. Now we're in the guts of it. I can hear some engine running down there. And it looks like the shift cable did break. There she is. And you can see the top of the torque tube right there. That's the top side of the cable. I'm sorry, the front side of the cable. You can see it looks like the grommet that fits into the cable has popped out and is missing. And if we look at the bottom side of the shift lever, we can see that grommet right there. So we're gonna... Okay, so that shifter cable is not available for a few days, so I'm gonna get this thing out of here and free up my stall. Okay, well, let's see if I can get this in the reverse. Grab it with some pliers. That's one click, and I think that's reverse. Nah, that might have been neutral. Let's go back in one. There we go. Now we're backing up. All right. It's working. Just gonna bring this bad boy straight back, slip it into a parking space, and call it good on this diagnosis until I get parts. Cool thing is once parts show up, I've already got the job halfway completed. No, that's not true. I'm gonna have to get this from the bottom side and pull that cover off that houses the torque tube down there, because I'm gonna have to run that cable in. So I'll say I'm 35% complete on this job. That's how we'll call that one. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this diag. And as always, don't forget, have a great day. Little black Corvette.